And the latest demographic to doubt their efficacy are doctors and nurses.
Yeah, who'd have thought it? So the NHS has a vaccine problem. Staff don't want the jab. So doctors, nurses and other frontline NHS staff are shunning the flu vaccine. So this is the flu vaccine, not the coronavirus vaccine, in ever greater numbers, with almost 9 in 10 staff at one of England's largest hospital trusts unvaccinated last winter. Oh, I wonder what changed in the last 5 years to make people suspicious of vaccines.
It's called, they're acknowledging as much as vaccine fatigue. We're just a bit tired of vaccines. We don't believe it was all a load of propaganda and nonsense and statist reruns of a possible home arrest.
We've got long vaccine.
Even relative normies like myself, who did have a COVID jab, much to Nick Dixon's disgust, have become very suspicious, because when they mandate stuff, when they say, if you don't do this, you will be in trouble, you start to ask why. Up till that point, vaccines were given to us at school. If someone said you had a vaccine to go on holiday, we just went along with it.
I think this is the flu jab that they're worried about specifically. Now, the flu jab.
Republicans were right about the COVID vaccination, and we need to publicly acknowledge that and apologize for gaslighting them and calling them crazy. I will never be so politically aligned to anything that I can't see a universal truth or a fact that's in my face. I will never be loyal to something that makes me vilify the person who's telling the truth or make me be disloyal to my own fucking integrity. Like, grow up. That shot ruined my life. My job made me get it, and I had gone 2 years through the peak of COVID without ever catching it. I was a bartender washing everyone's dirty glasses. Dude, I got vaccinated and I got COVID 6 times. Sorry. I don't have an immune system anymore. If you sneeze around me, my week is ruined. I get sharp stabbing pains in my chest that cardiologists can't explain. I'm constantly chronically fucking sick. Like, they were right. We need to grow up and admit it. Like, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
You just can't hate the media enough. They've completely lied. They've deceived the public and done a terrible job at being journalists, which is why they're called the fake news.
It's almost laughable to think about what our media has become on some level today, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'd use the word laughable, because their lies have actually cost people their livelihoods, their businesses, and in many cases their lives. And I'm referring to the way they covered COVID, the lies they told on that, the information that was withheld, the pushing of calling people conspiracy theorists, or telling people they were peddling misinformation when they were actually trying to get real details out about treatments that would work and vaccine efficacy issues or possible vaccine damage issues, but they didn't want to get that out. So their lies have had real big implications to everyday people when it came to shutting down businesses during COVID, the lies they told about the elections being perfect elections, the lies they told about Joe Biden in 2020, which pushed him into the White House, which ended up with 4 years of absolute treachery for the people in this country and our nation, and frankly, the world. The world was less safe because of the lies that were told on COVID and the 2020 election, which led to Joe Biden even being in the White House.
Do you think at all that your rhetoric around calling people anti-vaxxers, some of whom were vaccinated, has had an impact at all on vaccine take-up in parts of the territory?
No, and I'll repeat it. If you are anti-mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. I don't care what your personal vaccination status is. If you support, champion, give a green light, give comfort to, support anybody who argues against the vaccine, you are an anti-vaxxer, absolutely. Your personal vaccination status is utterly irrelevant. If you campaign against the mandate, if you campaign against people being vaccinated in vulnerable settings, teachers in classrooms, I'll be really clear, at that point in time, people were actually supporting the idea of a teacher being unvaccinated in a remote community classroom with kids who cannot be vaccinated. I reject that utterly, and I still reject it. And if you are out there in any way, shape or form campaigning against this mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. If you say pro-persuasion, stuff it, shove it. We are absolutely going to make sure as many Territorians as possible are vaccinated. That is our best protection against this thing. And if you look at the Doherty modelling that's only come out since, that says if you double dose 80 in remote communities, 5 and up, I think you'll see our vaccine mandate is absolutely crucial to protecting lives, particularly Aboriginal lives. And I will never back away from supporting vaccines, and anyone out there who comes for the mandate, you are anti-vax.
Some folks are skeptical Thankfully, Big Pharma has come up with a way to reassure the public about their motives, and it's all in their new ad.
Are you worried about the future? Unable to sleep at night? Afraid that pharma companies will put their profits ahead of your health? If you are concerned about the cost of a vaccine, ask your doctor about Vaxilax. Vaxilax is the only medication proven to reduce anxiety about Big Pharma taking advantage of you in a national crisis. You can trust Vaxilax because of its mascot, Professor Cashington, the ethical money sack.
Side effects of Vaxilax include legless rest syndrome, kidney rhinestones, crumblefoot, spontaneous beard sparrows, the galloping hoop sticks, spinal crunch wrapping, Ferdinand's flopsy, big old pink face, Gordon's fisherman syndrome, scrotal yodas, chronic vaccine resistance, facial graham crackering, full-blown coronavirus, and dollar bills, y'all.
The vaccine.